Hey ninth graders, it's Mrs. Nider. You may wonder where I am right now, and I'm actually coming to you from my beautiful home office, which also doubles as my closet. So you'll notice lots of clothes around you. So the first thing I wanted to tell you is welcome back from spring break. I hope it was super restorative and that you obviously did tons of silent reading and writing of poetry. I'm so happy to hear all about your spring break when I come back. So that brings us to our next point. So you might have heard some rumors about what happened and why I'm not there. So I wanted to clear some things up and keep you all in the loop. So the Thursday before spring break, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so after everyone had gone home, I was sitting in one of our beautiful brand new yoga ball chairs. You guys were looking like you had so much fun in them. So I decided I would sit on one. And I was talking on the phone and I guess not paying so great attention to sitting carefully on it, and it flipped backwards. And I was sitting back in the classroom library, actually, as it turns out, grading some of your work. And I flipped backwards and hit my head quite hard on the black filing cabinet in the back of the class. So I actually hit my head so hard that I passed out, or was just so confused that I don't really remember what happened. But I was on my own and I was laying down there for about 20 minutes. And when I finally came to and I was able to go get help, thank goodness Miss Byers was still there helping lots of students who still needed help. So I went over and I asked Miss Byers for help, and she immediately called for some medical assistance. And when the ambulances came, because it is pretty serious when you hit your head, they found that I had a concussion and I was pretty confused and pretty out of it. I had a pretty bad headache and I was pretty embarrassed to have to leave Cleveland um, in an ambulance right before spring break. So that brings us to our next point. How am I? When am I coming back? And what is going on? So I look fine. I look great. I don't even have headaches all the time anymore like I used to. But after you have a concussion, sometimes you're still pretty confused and your mind is not quite where it needs to be in order to heal and remember things and keep everything in check. So I'm not quite at 100% of Mrs. Nider's strength. So my doctor has recommended that I take at least 2 weeks off, if not even potentially a little bit more, to heal my brain and make sure that I can be the best teacher that I can be for all of you. So, what does this mean for all you? This means that you are going to have substitutes. I have tried my very best to get the very best substitutes that I can. But from day to day, I'm not quite sure who might be in your classroom, though a lot of really helpful and capable and competent people are helping out with this. So I am really confident that you're going to have the best instruction that you can. Um, you also might be wondering, because grades are coming in at the end of next week. I'm trying my very best to get done the grading that I can in my sort of different state of mind. I'm not able to read as much as I was able to before, and I'm actually not supposed to be doing a lot of really mentally taxing work. So it's a little bit challenging for me to get done the reading right now. But if you have questions about your grades or about any work or missing work or errors in Echo, I really want to encourage you to reach out to Logan. He's the academic intervention specialist for ninth graders. You all know him and love him. He has my full confidence to make sure that your grades are as accurate as possible. So please, I know that a lot of you have a lot of questions. Please direct them to Logan. I am not able to respond to questions as much as I would like. So what's on deck? You are still finishing up your poetry anthology website. We're still wrapping up with poetry. With Mr. Dreeben, for Monday and Tuesday, you're going to be learning 2 new poetry styles and ways to write about poems. And then you're all going to be working on your poetry anthology website. Your poetry anthology website is going to be due on Tuesday of next week. So you have a little over a week to do it, and you'll have lots of class time to do it. So after Tuesday, you'll have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday in class to work on your poetry anthology website. All the instructions on how to make your website are on Echo on that Google Doc, including some different servers that you can use to make your poetry anthology website. Unfortunately, because of my concussion and what happened, we're not going to be able to go on our previously planned field trip to Cafe Tal Colombo to do our poetry slam. So our Little Bird spoken word contest is actually not going to be happening right now. Hopefully we'll be able to reschedule it for the end of the year and do some poetry reading then. So we're going to be making some alterations to our project so far. Here's my expectations for you guys while I'm gone. First and foremost, be focused. Even though I am taking a break for my health and for my brain, you guys are still on deck. You're still doing the learning that I know you all want to do. You're meeting the goals that I know you all have for yourself, and you're working hard. And keep that in the back of your head as something that you're focused on doing, even if I'm not the person in front of you. Second, be good to your subs. They go from room to room every day. They don't know all of you, and they don't know necessarily the way we do things. Be patient with them and be kind with them, and they will be kind and patient with you. Remember, if you have any trouble with subs, you can always go and speak to an administrator. You can speak to Ms. Brown, Mr. Breland, or Mr. Garcia Morales. Third, please be good to our classroom. Subs do not always clean up our classroom the way that I do. We are a community, and the classroom is where we have our community take place. Please be responsible for making sure that our bookshelves are well cared for, and that the area that you leave behind every day looks as beautiful as it did when you got there, if not better. I would consider it a big favor to me if you all looked out for our classroom and made sure that it was left in great shape. The fourth thing and the last thing is, please, while I'm gone, make sure that all the books in our library stay in our classroom. So if you are reading a book, please try to keep it in the classroom during silent reading. And if you want to take it home, speak to Miss Micklin in the library, and she will help you check out that book for you to read at home. Okay, so I think that that's all. Please feel free to email me if you want to get in touch. I miss you all so much. While I will enjoy a little bit of rest and long walks and some quiet time, I will miss the activity and buzz of our classroom, and I will miss all of your excitement every day coming in, and I will miss learning with you, and I will miss teaching with you. So please feel free to send me an email letting me know that you're still there, and I hope to see you all very soon. If not in 2 weeks, then for sure by the end of the year. See you all. Bye.